Hello! I've got new makeup to try on today. I've got new foundation, new concealer, new mascara and new powder. So let's have a chat about it. I've worn these products for a few days, so I have some idea. So this is not first impressions. So let's do it. So the foundation I'm talking about is the new Anastasia Beverly Hills Impeccable Blurring Second Skin Matte Foundation. The claims are that it is blurring with soft matte finish, looks like second skin, is weightless, moisturizing, hydrating, natural, long-lasting, non-drying, non-settling. It's basically a miracle. Dermatologist tested, non-comedogenic, vegan, cruelty-free. Very nice packaging. The bottle is glass. This is good plastic. I got mine in 3 neutral. It's a bit too dark and I don't feel like it's very neutral. It leans a bit yellow. I'm going to use the Refa LC03 brush. It's very thick and the pumps are quite small. So this is one pump. And I feel like that's all I need. I top it off a bit later in places that I need, but it's very, very thick. It's not runny. This might be even too much. I don't like this mirror being in your face, but there is no other way I can do it. Okay. So it spreads out quite well for a thick foundation. Can you see the color of it? It is a bit yellow in my opinion, and also too dark, but I didn't want to get another light foundation because hopefully this winter will be over soon. And I even faked a tiny bit like on my neck to match it. It's very, I don't know, my brush feels clean and dry after applying it, but it could be the brush. I love this brush. Now when it comes to my forehead, I like to just put whatever I've got left because my forehead is the most textured part of my skin. You know, I've got quite deep wrinkles and I have normal combination skin, so my T-zone gets oily. That's why I've got so much texture and pores on my forehead. So if I put too much product on there, it looks quite awful. So the coverage is really good. It's almost full coverage, even with that little amount. I like to afterwards pat it really well with the sponge. My forehead looks awful straight away. Is this close enough? And you know, I don't have huge pores apart from these 2 huge ones. But yes, because I get oily in my T-zone, I have more texture on my forehead, a bit here, and obviously on my chin. So yeah, it looks okay. It doesn't look horrible and it applies really nicely, but I feel like it's quite heavy. And I only applied 1 pump, but if I applied less, I don't feel I would have enough to spread it around. Okay, the next thing, I've got the Makeup Bar Mario Concealer. Mine is in 200. And what do they say about it? A pro performance multi-use concealer that visibly lifts, blurs and brightens your under eyes and complexion for an awakened appearance. That's true. This medium coverage, buildable formula conceals even the darkest under eye circles. My circles are not that dark, but I feel it covers really well. All the shades are crease-proof and long-wearing with a self-setting formula that locks in with a natural skin-like finish. Caffeine visibly depuffs, tightens and smooths skin for an awakened look. I really like this concealer. I don't think it's self-setting. Again, if you've got beautiful smooth under eyes because you've only just left your mother's womb, that probably is true. But at our age, we have all these fine lines, wrinkles, creases. I don't feel it creases, but I always said this. I feel if you don't set it, it will move. It definitely will. I don't believe any concealer not settling in lines. You know, it's impossible with the movement. When your skin moves and your lines are opening and closing, that will get in there unless it was a glow. So anyway, I really like this one. And I feel like this has gotten darker now, don't you? Maybe oxidizes a bit. Right, we're gonna lighten this up. I love it. It's so light and moussey almost. And I can brighten up a bit my middle of my face with it. Because it is too dark. So yes, I've been using this concealer every day and I do like it. I feel for my needs it's enough coverage. I don't build it up, I just use what you just saw. Just trying to lighten a bit the middle of my face, so I don't look too yellow and jaundiced. Yeah, it's a really, really pretty concealer. But you know, I have obviously all the lines here, and then I have these very fine ones now that go sort of that way down. And there is no way if I leave it like this. Shall I leave one? Let's leave one and we will see. I mean, leave it without powder. So now I feel like this concealer made the foundation looks better. That's why I wonder, you know, sometimes if you don't get the right shade of foundation, doesn't matter how good the foundation is, it will look awful. I love the first foundation from Anastasia. And the color, it was 315N, was perfect. But I couldn't find anywhere. I think she should have that on her website to show what color from this foundation corresponds to the old one, because that color is perfect for me. So I just winged it and ordered that one. It'll be fine in the summer and I will wear it. Don't get me wrong, I like this foundation, but I have foundation that I prefer. Okay, so this is the concealer without setting. So it's got a bit of a glow. So, but I really like this concealer. And then I got by Mario Surrealskin Soft Blur Setting Powder in number 1. One of you said that you love it. I don't know why I bought powder. I'm not really a powder person. I use my powder just under the eyes most of the time. I set my makeup with the mineral powder foundation from Lily Lolo, every foundation, but we will do powder. I also, as I've been wearing it every day, I compared it to the Morphe Bacon Set powder in pink and to One Size Beauty translucent powder. So let me tell you straight away. One day I set one of my eyes with the Mario powder, one day with the Morphe, which is my favorite under eye powder. It's pink. This one says One Fair Pink, but I think they mean for fair pink skin because it's not very pink. This one actually is slightly pink. And I can tell you that I felt that my Morphe looked better under my eyes and stayed matte longer. Then on another day, I applied this all over my face, set everything with this, on one side, and on the other side I set it with One Size Beauty. When it comes to the appearance of those powders, I didn't really see much difference, but I feel like this one doesn't keep you as matte. This one really keeps you matte. So I could see the difference, here when I go a bit oily throughout the day, the side with One Size Beauty stayed a bit matter than the one with Mario. But it's a lovely powder, it's talc free, it's very fine. Oh, right, it's all on my table now. How annoying. Hang on, I need to suck it up. Yes, so it's a lovely powder as far as powders go, but you know what? I don't really see that much difference between powders, and I have so many, because I suppose when I hear people saying, oh, I love this powder, or I love this powder, I go and buy it. But I forget these people probably really love powders, and they set their whole faces with those powders. So they have more experience with it and just like that look. Personally, I don't like my face set with powder. I feel it looks too heavy, too flat. That's why I love using Lily Lolo Mineral Powder Foundation. Also with that, I can use a bit less foundation because Lily Lolo will add you tiny bit of coverage and color. And the look is not flat. It sort of mattifies you, but it still looks alive. Do you know what I mean? Like if you powder with a powder, you just look almost dead. Your skin doesn't look like it's got life in it. I hope you know what I mean. Anyway, right, let's shall I leave one eye not set, because I haven't done it, and if it says it's self-setting and doesn't crease, maybe it is. I will set the right one. Let me just pat it in so I don't have anything already settling in there. So I'm using the powder. Yeah, it looks very nice. It's a nice powder. Honestly, don't think that I don't like it. It's beautiful. But I don't feel it's that different to any other powders that I have. I'm not powdering under here, but I have to powder my brows and my lid. Okay, have a look what it looks like powdered. So this is powdered, this isn't. When I make squinty face, I suppose I see the lines the same way. Okay, let's leave it. Do you know what? If I'm doing that, I'm going just to set one side of my face and we will see. But I can't because I'm going... Sorry. But I can't because I need to apply bronzer and all that. Okay, anyway, what I normally use to set under my eyes is the Sonia G Detail Pro. I don't know why this is called Detail. It's a huge brush, but I love it for setting under my eyes. And this is my favorite powder brush right now, BK Beauty 102. Okay. Oh my goodness. This doesn't have sifter, it's got just the Haus. So, you know, if it falls over in your drawer, all that comes out, and then it's really difficult to get just a tiny bit of powder. So the packaging, not so good. You know, when you set your face with powder, from the distance it looks beautiful, but close up I feel, and my forehead looks cakey. Okay, so I've set this side, and this one is not set. So you can see slight, I suppose it is soft matte, but you know, I can see even, and I don't have a very good eyesight, but I can see in my mirror, I feel quite heavy here. So I definitely know that I have foundation on. Forehead looks terrible. My forehead always looks the worst out of all the parts of my face, like I said, because of all the lines. And have a look. I feel like this looks really heavy and cakey. Maybe I need Botox to smooth out my forehead. Okay, so I am not going to powder this side apart from just a bit here where I'm going to put bronzer. That's it. And did I do half of my chin? So let's see. Well, I know what's going to happen. So this foundation, if you've got oily skin, I would say it's not for you, because after about 4 hours I get so shiny on my forehead and my chin and right here. And this happens with most of foundations, but not to that degree, and not when I've set with powder. So yes, I get very oily with this foundation, which is a bit more than I normally would. Okay, I'm going to do bronzer, blush, do my brows, and then I will come back. I am using today Natasha Denona I Need a Nude. I'm going to put just a small amount of eyeshadow, because when we test the mascara, I want you to be able to see it. You know, sometimes if you've got a lot of dark makeup all over your eyes, you can't see exactly what the mascara looks like. I'm using, of course, Refa 01, BK Beauty 207, Refa 15, and let's put something very light on the mobile lid so we can actually see the mascara. Is this light? Yeah, this is light enough. Whisper. I bet you haven't seen me for a very long time with such delicate makeup. Okay, the mascara that I have is the new Haus Labs from Lady Gaga. It's called Structural Mascara. What do they say about this one? Introducing a volumizing mascara that's good for your lashes. The world's first vegan B-cell powered formula designed to deliver major lash volume and length with a fortifying coat that strengthens with continued use. Well, I like that. I like if they put something conditioning in your mascara that helps you. Achieve weightless, lifted lashes that last 12 hours, easy to build and remove. Okay. Of course, I've been using this mascara for the last few days and I really like it. Let me show you the brush. It's £27. Expensive. That's the brush. Very nice brush. Loads of bristles so they all go through your lashes. Very buildable. That's what I love about it. There is not too much product that comes out and clumps your lashes. There is not too little product that you can't see anything. Yes, it's very good to build, but I thought I compare it to my cheapie, my favorite mascara for years, Catrice Glam Doll Sculpt and Volume. So let me put Lady Gaga on this side. It's got lovely, like few little bristles on the end that you can, you know, get those little ones here. Now I can't judge mascara for lifting effect. My lashes are very curled up, bright up, so much that I usually, you know, I have to be so careful because I get the mascara on all over my eyelid. Already have. So that's one dip. Is that close enough? I don't know in this camera. Now let's build it up. I'm going to dip it again. So it builds up really nicely without clumping. See, it's very good. Lovely. I won't do my bottom lashes yet. Let's do now my Glam and Dough on this eye. So that's one dip. I've got this one all over my eye, but that's because I find this eye much more difficult to do. Boobs in a way. And normally I have lots of eyeshadow here so you can't see it. Okay. So here is the Glam Dough. Can you see the difference? I think they both made my lashes look nice. Maybe the Haus Labs does lengthen a bit. I don't know. But you know, we're talking minute difference. Let me just do the bottom lashes. So that's everything. Let's check it all. Do you know what? That concealer without powder has increased, and it's not too luminous either. It sort of set itself to like a soft matte. But we will see. The foundation looks nice, but I absolutely hate it on my forehead. I can just see it, so I don't like my forehead with any foundation, to be honest, but this is very bad. Now the concealer, this is the side that I haven't set at all. Well, I just put a bit of powder here, and this one is set, so you can see I'm a bit more glowy here than here. Mascara, this is the Haus Labs, this is my cheapy one. So, you know, from the distance, it looks nice. There is nothing wrong with it. But this foundation is one of those that actually I feel gets worse as the day goes on. So when I start going, oh, let's spare you looking at me so close. Well, as the day goes on and my natural oils come through, this starts looking awful. So, you know, the powder and the foundation all together, it just looks awful. And I look very, very greasy around my nose, which it doesn't happen really with other foundations. And of course, my chin is a mess then. But you know what? Maybe I should come back in a while and we will check. Because I feel with some foundations, you know, when you first apply it and you powder it all, yes, it looks a bit dry and not too good. But as your natural oils come throughout the day, it starts looking fresher and nice. With this, I feel it starts looking worse. So it's not a bad foundation. I just think, I don't think it's good for mature skin, that's all. Her other foundation, love. But this, for example, the Sculpted by Amy, the silk foundation that I have, is probably as thick as this. But that one sort of melts into your skin and it feels so good and it looks so good. So I don't know, but let me come back in a few hours. It won't be like 10 hours because I never wear makeup for that long, and to be honest, after about 4 hours I know if my makeup looks good, if the foundation is good or not. I am back. It has been just over 5 hours. Do you know what? This foundation actually looks really nice today. So I don't know if the other days I was wearing it, I don't know why. Maybe I wore different SPF underneath. I don't know. I never took any notice of that because I have 3 different SPFs and whatever I pick out in the morning, that's what I wear. But it looks really good. Yeah, my forehead is definitely more shiny and I'm shiny here. But let me have a look at this concealer. Do you know, where I haven't set, it looks slightly worse. The worst thing is I think I've got a bit of mascara under my eye because obviously if you don't powder it, it will stick to that wet area. But this concealer definitely sets itself. I never knew that because I always powder. Right, let me zoom you in. Let me turn this light off because I feel like that changes the way the lighting works. So this is the eye that I've powdered and this is one that I didn't. Yeah, you can see it's a bit more shiny here, isn't it? And I'm a bit shiny around my nose, but I tell you, on other days when I wore this foundation, I was much more greasy around my nose, and the same with my forehead. So, and I didn't set one side of my face, this side, didn't I? Yeah, because you can see, because I didn't set it properly, the bronzer has gone patchy. Because if you use powder on the top of cream, that's what's going to happen. This one looks better. I think this side that's been set looks a bit better. So yeah, the powder's done really well. And my forehead doesn't look too bad, does it? Still don't like it. I feel like the texture is exaggerated. But all in all, today, this foundation looks quite good. And honestly, the few days that I've worn it before, I did not like it. And as the day went on, it looked worse and worse. So my final thoughts. The foundation, I have a suspicion that I don't like it as much because of the colour. Maybe if I had different colour, lighter colour, I like it more. But I'm not about to spend the money and buy another colour because this is not my favourite foundation. I will wear it, especially when I've got a bit more tan. I will use it up, but I have better foundations than this. I love her original foundation much more. Absolutely love the concealer, and I am so amazed that it looks still so good, even though I haven't set it. But you know, the powder hasn't made it look any worse. So the powder is lovely as well. But like I said, I'm not a big powder user. But if you are in a need of new powder, I definitely recommend it. It's a lovely powder. Mascara, gorgeous. Love this mascara. But I'm thinking, well, this one gives me a very similar effect. So why would I pay £27 when I can pay, I don't know, £5 for this one, if that? But yes, if you want high-end mascara and you're looking for a new one, lovely. It gives you length, it is very buildable, love it. By the way, what I had on my lips earlier, I've eaten it all now. I got changed because we've been walking Louis. I had just the NYX Los Angeles lip liner and this gloss which I love is the Wayne Goss, and I think I have the hibiscus. I can't see it, it's so tiny even with glasses on, but yes, I remember hibiscus was my favorite one. I absolutely love it. It's a gorgeous gloss. Well, so that looks like I'm a big fat liar. But honestly, I promise you, when I was getting ready for this video, I was thinking, oh my God, I hate that when I know that I don't like something. But today, it was behaving itself. It looks really, really nice. Also, do you know what? This time of the day is 5 o'clock, so do they call it golden hour? Because I don't use anymore any studio lights, any artificial lights. This is all daylight. I've got windows here and nothing else. Golden hour is when the sun just before the sun goes down, or just before when the sun just comes up, and that's supposed to be the most flattering lighting for your face, natural lighting. And I think maybe that's why it looks so good. Let me go to the window and check. Now, even when I go really close to the window, it looks good. So, yes, forget everything I said at the beginning. I like it. I like it, and I think once I have tan, it will be looking a bit better. But I love the concealer. There's so many concealers I like, but this one will be one of my favorites. So, there you go, my lovelies. What can I say about this foundation? I don't know what to tell you now, if to buy it or not buy it. If you are looking for a new foundation and you've got similar skin to mine and not too much texture on your face, try it. But like I said, I have foundations that I prefer. So there. Okay, my lovelies, sorry. Those videos are always so long, but you know, I like to talk. So let me know if you've tried it or you're planning on trying it. Thank you so much for watching and stay fabulous. Bye.